Okay. Hello, hello. Happy January. First week of January, everybody. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that we are in 2019. So welcome. Raise your hand if this is your first team call. Let's see who it's. We have a couple. Yay. All right. Well, welcome to your first team call, especially it's everyone's first team call of 2019. So we do these team calls once a month, the first Monday of the month. And yeah, so I'm glad so many people have hopped on, and I'm recording it for those of you who couldn't be on with us right away. I'm Debbie Bry, and I'm the presidential founder of Team Beautifully Polished. So welcome to everybody that's new. Welcome to everybody who's been here, and congrats to everybody for a great December. I want to start by going over what December looks like. I have a new assistant, and we're working out kinks. She's learning the system, but I know there's been like a couple little glitches that have gone out. So be patient as she's learning some stuff. So one thing is the report was not run right for the newsletter, and I caught it with the leaders, but I did not catch that senior stylists were pulled out of that. So I'm going to post the good copy after this. There were 2 senior stylists that were left out of the top 10. So I'll read those names now, and then I'll post this good copy in Beautifully Polished after. All right, so let's start with, we're going to start with top and sponsoring. Jen Sheets and Dina Moore were top for sponsoring in December with 3 new people each. Way to go, ladies. Our monthly sales were $294,454. So they were less than the month before. But I know we had a lot of out of stocks, as we all know. We had so many things out of stock at the end of the month. I'm still really excited where we ended up. So for our cumulative team sales, we're at $3,428,865. So super awesome and amazing, and I think we're going to blow those numbers out of the water this year. So our top 10 stylists, number 10 was Alicia Sprinkle making sure that's nobody about the call. Sometimes people text me if something's happening. Number 10 is Alicia Sprinkle with, I'm just going to kind of round up, $1,506. 9, Andrea DeMaria, $1,587. Number 8, Karen Labai with $1,658. Number 7, Jocelyn Brown, $1,667. Number 6, Tracy Wilson, $1,676. Number 5, Angela Rowe, $1,727. Number 4, Sandra Newman, $1,819. Number 3, Kelly, I should know how to say this name, Wolzik, $1,859. Number 2, Rachel Deal, $1,980. And number 1, Erin Clefish, $2,250. So congrats to all those. Those are stylists and senior stylists. So great job. Then we have our top 10 leaders. Number 10 coming in with Jennifer Ramler at $1,379. Number 9, Amanda Rebecca, $1,491. Number 8, Haley Cameron, $1,509. Number 7, Jessica Moten, $1,589. Number 6, Paula Warren, $1,742. Number 5, Dina Moore, oops, I do see a spelling error there, $1,816. Number 4, Crystalyn Musselman, $1,816. Number 3, Dina Doyle, $2,052. Number 2, Jackie McGowan, $2,966. And number 1, Darlene Lavoie, $3,325. So congrats to all of you leaders. Way to go. Leading and still getting your sales in. We had 61 stylists and leaders get in the $1,000 club this month. That means they did $1,000 and up. And I laughed at myself as I pulled the numbers, and I was $2.80 short of being in the $1,000 club. So if that is a goal of yours, make sure that you watch that, because if one more strip and I would have been there, I couldn't even believe I didn't even pay attention to that and didn't notice it. So I did not make that club this month. We had 56 new stylists, And, oh, promotions. Senior stylists. We had 9 new senior stylists: Diane Quinn, Kimberly, oh boy, Kimberly, Wegzern, Denise Dunn, Michelle Reynolds, Christy Steinmetz, Kristen Lewandowski, Jameson Crossan, Elena Devins, Jessica Simesis. Sorry, Jessica, I really butchered that one. So congrats to all of our new senior stylists and team leaders, Jessica Schweinhofer and Amelia Pingano. Congratulations. And one new director, which got her on the cruise, Maureen Flanagan. Way to go to all those promotions. Then we have our cruise qualifiers. We have Dina Moore, Sharon Crispin, Maureen Flanagan, Jessica Moten, Haley Cameron, April Shook, Crystalline Musselman, Amanda Rebecca, Darlene Lavoie, Deb Meeks, Jackie McGowan, Debbie Bride, Dina Doyle. So congrats to those people going on the cruise. I'm so excited. You guys worked your tails off to get there. So those people who that sounds really appealing, and I know we had someone message, how can they get on the next one? That was announced at conference, so hopefully in the next week when we hear where conference is, we'll have a better ballpark of when and where. And I don't know, that's when it was announced last year. Maybe it will be again, or maybe not. I don't know anything. So just so, keep that in mind. Maybe it'll be before then, or maybe it'll be at conference. So hopefully we'll hear another exciting trip. So if you did not earn this one, or you weren't able to earn this one, hopefully there'll be another one next year that we can all be on together. All right, so congrats to everybody. So as you know, if you saw my live to kick off this year, I challenged you guys to a challenge for every person to sponsor one person this month to try to double the size of our team. Well, I can tell you in 7 days, we've already sponsored half the amount of people we did all month in December. So we're well on our way with over 25 new people. I had 10 people on the Catch the Vision call today. So if you sent somebody on that call that was interested, that's awesome. 10 people were on there listening. So hopefully those 10 will end up joining. So if you sent someone there, check in with them and see if they got on the call. So, okay, so how do you earn tickets? You earn tickets if you sponsor somebody. You get a ticket in the drawing. If you get them on the Let's Get Started call, you get a second ticket. Why, in case you're wondering, if you didn't listen to the live, why does it matter if they get on the Let's Get Started call? Because I can't emphasize enough, you guys, at the importance of that call. What the leaders do in that call is they help set your new stylists up for success. They help them get out a list, a frank list, if they haven't, if they don't know what that is. Their friends, relatives, neighbors, acquaintances, people you know because of kids. They help them get that list started. They help them set up their launch party to start their business and get introduced to their friends and family. They help them and talk them through getting their first 4 nail bars set up. Why does all that matter? Because the difference in somebody who jumps right into it right then and without even thinking just starts, they're probably going to hit their jump start. They're going to book more nail bars. They're going to get in front of more people quicker. They're going to get experience with what they're doing. They're going to know what to bring to nail bars, what to say, what not to say, what to do, what not to do. And it just builds their confidence right away. Compared to a person who comes in and 4 weeks later books a nail bar, then maybe 2 months later books a nail bar, and then maybe a couple weeks later books a nail bar. They're off to a slower start. They're almost starting over each time. And I'm not saying that's not going to work, but if we can get your new stylist off to that quick start where they feel really good about themselves, it helps everything about the beginning of their new job. And it's going to boost their morale and get them out there and ready to go. They're hitting their numbers. They're hitting Jumpstart. They're getting free product. They're making more money. And when all those things happen, of course, they want to stay and do it, right? So that is what we help encourage them to do on that call. So I can't tell you enough how important that call is for new stylists to get on that call. So if you get your new stylist on that call, which people have been messaging me, I've taken some of them, and other leaders have messaged me when they're doing them, you will get a second ticket in the drawing. So if you sponsor somebody, get them on a call with somebody, or you do that call yourself if you're a leader, and then tell me who you did it with. And then you'll get 2 tickets in the drawing. So how do you get more chances? Well, you sponsor more people. You sponsor 10 people, they each do a Let's Get Started call. You now have 20 tickets in the drawing. All right? So the more people you get on the team, then the more tickets you have. So what do you win? Oh my gosh. Well, let's talk about what you win, because I'm so excited. You win, if your name is drawn, if you can see my picture, you can win a set of Cutco knives. You heard my husband talk, because of course he's been with Cutco since he was 18, so he has nothing but good things to say about these knives. But I know a bunch of you guys have them too, and these are amazing knives with a lifetime guarantee. Not your lifetime, but a lifetime. So we've had people that their grandparents own these knives, and something happens and they send them back and they get a new knife. So it values at $709. If you were to buy the parts separately, it's $799. All right, so that is what you could potentially win. So I'm excited to see who that person's going to be. All right, so it's kind of perfect because the whole entire drawing is about sponsoring, right? So it's great that we have a special guest star today. Miss Codi Bills is here to talk about sponsoring. So Codi, as you saw on for the past month, I sent her picture today. I said she didn't know she was being advertised in our group since December. So she has over 9,000 people in her organization. She's a Sapphire National Executive. She's been with direct sales since 2010. She's been married 17 years and is mom of 4 boys. So when she first started direct sales, she did it to get out of the house a few times a week. She was going through depression, and she soon learned what many of us have learned, what direct sales can do for you. And it did so many things for her in so many ways that she's run with it ever since. And I can see her right now. She's so stinking cute. She made this cute little video of her singing now. It's been another one of her dreams, and she went and recorded a song. She is adorable, and she's totally down to earth, and she knows what she's talking about. So we can't wait to hear what you have to tell us about sponsoring, Codi.
Well, thank you for that kind introduction. I'm super excited to be with you guys. This is really refreshing to see new faces and kind of be hands-on with another team. I've gotten to know Debbie. We serve on the, presidential team, council, or whatever you want to call it. So we've been presidential founders since the beginning, and I just know that she's just a genuine, kind person and a really good leader. So, I've gotten to rub shoulders with her a little bit, and I just love her energy and her positivity. So you guys are blessed to have her as your leader. Just as Debbie said, back when I first started direct sales, I was one of those skeptical ones that I was like, does this really work? How is it? People are just lying about their income. There's no way that people, are changing their lives this way. And, I had 3 kids at the time, and I was just kind of in that young kid stay-at-home mom stage where I absolutely love being able to stay at home. That's why I was looking for something to do that wouldn't, take me into like the corporate world where I had to actually leave the house and, not be in charge of my income. So I just I just want to have social time, get out of the house, and maybe make a few $100s a month, just to call mine and have some type of purpose. And then I soon learned that it totally opened up so many doors for me, and I learned that could do so much for so many other women. And so I ran with it, and I just started sharing, the opportunity, what I was passionate about with everybody. And here I am in my 3rd company, doing the same thing, and I absolutely love it. And I know Color Street, like my other 2 companies, just gave me like the foundation to really excel in Color Street. 3rd time's a charm. My other companies sadly closed their doors, but I know Color Street is here to stay. It is an amazing opportunity. It has everything we need, but you guys already know that. But let's go into sponsoring. I want to give you a few tips of what works for me, and how I build and identify leaders and whatnot. So even before you become a leader. You have to think like a leader. And you might, even when you are technically a leader on the comp plan, you might not even feel like a leader, but you have to have that mindset before you even start, earning that income. You have that goal of making that big income, but you got to think like a leader. When you become BQ stylist, the very first rank on the comp plan, when you sell $300, you become a business owner. So you've enrolled, but you don't own anything yet until you actually get to that point. You've sold $300. Now you own your business. Now you're in the game. But when you become senior stylist, meaning you've started to build, you have at least 2 people, then you become a business manager. So you're managing your business as you manage other people. And then you have to get more and more to sustain your business and build your income. For example, if you were to open a retail store and you had all this inventory, you only had one customer come in and buy something, you're like, yes, I had success. My job is done. It's not enough. You're not going to generate that income. It is a constant wheel that has to be turning, because there are fallout. You will have stylists that will leave and decide that it's not for them, and that's okay. You'll have customers that come and go, and hopefully those customers turn into your stylist that you're managing. So it's a constant thing. But let's talk about what attracts potential stylists to you. I am really, really big on selling yourself, not the company. People can choose who they want to buy from. They have, tens of thousands stylists to choose from. Why are they going to choose you? If you're not getting inquiries, if you're not getting people asking you about the business, let's take a look at some things you might not be doing. And we all know that this business is really social based. Social media is where it's at. And we all have Facebook, but you got to have your hands in every single pot. You have to have a presence where people are going to look, because some people only use Facebook, some people only use Instagram, some people are looking on YouTube, Twitter. Make sure you have your hands in every single pot. In fact, as we speak, I am revamping my YouTube channel, because I know that that's how some leaders are recruiting people. And I'm like, well, I'm missing out on that. So I got to get up to par with that. So you got to duplicate what leaders are doing and get your hand in every area. Now, if you're not familiar with some of those social media handles, educate yourself. There's so many free online resources that can teach you how to maximize your business and grow your team through these social media handles. It is so awesome that we have these tools for us to build a business. But with that said, just a few posts here and there isn't going to get you new people. They need to see your lifestyle. So I'm really big about showing your lifestyle. And that means portraying a positive attitude at all times. Now, I know it's really, really hard to hold your tongue when you're passionate about something that might be a little bit controversial to somebody else. People are watching you like a hawk, especially if they're interested in Color Street. And they're out there interviewing a lot of stylists, and they're going to be like, well, which one should I choose? And they're going to be, spying, on you. So maybe you have a bad day and you posted something really negative and you're just ranting on Facebook. I don't want to sign up with somebody like that, because maybe I'm like, well, maybe they're angry all the time, or they'll go off the handle on me or whatnot. And I know Facebook is, a personal thing, but if you are serious about building your business, you got to be, choosy about what you post about, and also when you comment on somebody as well, because those notifications, if they're following you, they can see all of your activity. If you're saying something negative on somebody's post or anything at all, they're like, oh, nope, I'm going to move on to the next stylist. So lifestyle, I love that word. Maybe you are struggling with something, but you don't want to make it look like you are. Always take the positive things. For example, maybe you're late on your car payment or your house payment, you can turn that into a positive and say, hey, Color Street helped me pay $100 towards my mortgage or my car payment or something like that. What is Color Street doing for you that helps you in your life? And again, it's not always about Color Street. You have to be showing your lifestyle of what you're doing and how you're making it possible. Debbie mentioned, me recording a song. That's something I always wanted to do. Was it Color Street related? No, but I'm putting it out there that I'm fulfilling my dreams, and they're going to be like, well, how is she doing that? And they're going to dig deeper, and they're going to see some posts about Color Street. And maybe they'll start following me and kind of like what I'm posting in my lifestyle. And some of you might already know this, but your Facebook profile, it can show where you work, where you currently work, and make sure you have it linked to your personal Facebook business page, because some people will link it to the Color Street business page. That does nothing for you. It'll just take them to corporate's page, like the Color Street, and maybe they'll find a different stylist that way. So if you look on my profile, it says Codi Bills currently works at Codi Bills. That's my business page as well. And they'll go there and they'll see that there's some Color Street things, but I'm also posting other things as well. And my social media is about my family, my lifestyle, and Color Street all intertwined. You don't want it all just about Color Street. You want to pique some curiosity, especially when people approach you. You want to make sure that you're asking the right questions, open-ended answers, not yes or no, and let them drive the conversation. And if somebody is interested in becoming a stylist and they have not tried the nails, send them a full strip. It's a really good investment for you to let them have the full effect of the whole, all of their fingers with their nails on, and then they can see how beautiful it looks. And you can decide for yourself if that's an investment you want to make. But I always send a full set to somebody who's interested in signing up, and somebody that I have established a relationship with, and I know that they will run with this. So let's see. We talked about not creating a negative illusion on Facebook, and also, be kind. You could be genuinely kind. People will know. I mean, there's a rumor mill. Things get out on Facebook. Nothing is sacred on Facebook. So if you're not kind to somebody, even if it's off Facebook, they could start talking about it on Facebook, and then word spreads. And especially if you're not kind to somebody that's interested in the business, they will start a rumor mill and be like, oh, you don't want to sign up with so-and-so. So just be kind to everyone. Be kind to your team. Be kind to, your neighbors, everyone you come in contact with, and just get out of your comfort zone and open your mouth and talk. And getting on the phone with a potential stylist is so, so important if that's how they want to communicate. I can't tell you how many times that I've signed up a new stylist because I gave them my phone number and I let them call me. And the first thing they say is, oh my gosh, I can't believe you took time out of your day to call me and give me your phone number. Every other stylist I talked to was say, okay, well, I'm super busy right now. Let's chat at this time and this time. Something that I've gotten really good at is I will drop everything, if possible, and talk to that person immediately. Even if it's by email or message, I am not going to let them get away. And because if they're excited to get started and they want their information, if you don't get it to them as soon as you can, they're going to find they're going to find another stylist to sign up with. So be as immediate as you can. And if you can, get them on the phone. It's so important that they can hear your passion in your voice and that you can actually talk things out. If you can't get on the phone with them, use the voice message on Messenger. That's also a way that's, more personal than typing, and sometimes it's faster too. So give them your full attention. I talked about giving them a complete set of nails. And then, of course, follow-up is key. You must step up your follow-up game. Now, if somebody kind of goes quiet, think of a clever way to reach them instead of saying, hey, I haven't heard from you. Are you ready to sign up? And the next day, hey, are you ready? And they're not answering. Find a different way to strike up a conversation. Like, hey, something popped in my head that made you think of that made me think of you today, blah, 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 blah. And it's not even Color Street related, just to generate that conversation up again, just so it doesn't look like you're chasing them and you're desperate. And if they don't, sign up within a couple weeks, or, they're just being wishy-washy, move on. If you're looking desperate, then they're gonna be like, well, Color Street must not be going that well for them if, they need me and they're hounding me. So you can kind of tell, the people you're working with, if they're going to be gung-ho and they're going to be serious, because they're interviewing you and you're interviewing them. It's a two-way street. That's the next thing I wanted to talk about is, be upfront with them before they sign up. Say, hey, this is what my successful stylists are doing. They're consistently selling 300 or more every month, and they're doing this, this, and this. So they can kind of get a clear vision of your expectations and what it takes to be successful. So there's no surprises when they sign up, and they can kind of know that you'll be there to help them, and that that you actually know how to succeed in this business if you lay it out for them before they sign up. Let's see. Also, if they need an incentive to join, they're not going to be hard workers. If you're offering incentives, it's making you look bad. If they need an incentive to sign up, they're always going to be wanting something. They're not going to take off. They're not going to be hard workers. If they catch a vision, 129 is nothing, and they know that they can earn that back within their first month of business, within their first party or their nail bar. So be leery of people who are looking for incentives. They're not motivated people. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, and going back to, like, you can tell if they're serious or not. You can tell if they're going to be the ones that need their hands held, and if you're going to need to, do things for them. Again, if you incentivize them, or, give them all these freebies before they sign up to get them to sign up, then they're going to be really needy stylists. So you kind of got to decide what type of people that you want on your team. So let's talk about how we can recruit at physical nail bars. So I kind of touched on social media, what you should be doing on there, how you should be portraying your lifestyle and talking to people. At the nail bars, this might seem pretty frank to some people, but as you're closing the nail bar and you're thanking the hostess, you can be like, you know what? This is what I made tonight on just this party, and people want to know those things. They'll be like, oh, wow. And also, telling the hostess, it wasn't me that actually sold these. It was you. You got these people together and you were helping me. So just think of, that's how easy it is. You could become a stylist and make this income that I just did tonight because you actually did all the work anyway. I just showed up with the product. So really doing that hostess following up on the spot. And then also, if the hostess doesn't sign up, you have all of those contacts that came to the nail bar, and you have their information, hopefully. And whether they bought stock at the party, you got to make sure you're getting all their information, because obviously if they buy from the site, then you're going to have their information. So make sure that you're following up with all of them to, hey, thanks so much for coming to the nail bar. I had so much fun meeting you. I hope you like this and this and this. Name out their style so that they know that it's personal and that you know exactly what they ordered. And then also say, if you're interested in hosting a party or becoming a stylist, blah, 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 you know the drill. But always be confident. You can still be confident without being cocky. People want to know what Color Street is doing for you. They want to know what kind of income you're making. You can say things without actually just spilling out your income. What you make on a nail bar, what you did to pay off a certain bill, what you're doing with your extra money, things like that. So people will be drawn to confident people because you're not confident, then they're not going to be confident in the product. They're not going to be confident in the opportunity. Again, you are selling this, so you've got to be confident. And I think I touched on everything that I wanted to touch on. This is, things that work for me. So I don't know if we have time, but if you had a couple of questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them. Again, this was fun talking to you guys, and I love seeing the up and coming leaders, and congrats to the cruise qualifiers and all the new ranks. It was fun to hear Debbie name all those. It was awesome. So does anyone have any questions for me?
Thank you, Codi. Can I ask you, do you do most of your sponsoring then through social media?
I do, yeah.
So it's people that have watched you and followed you, not even necessarily through Facebook groups or parties.
Right.
So it's people who are Googling Color Street, and then you pop up.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, that's something I need to work. I need to work on and follow up and say, hey, how did you find me? Because I'm always just, let's get you the info. And then I don't think, oh, I need to ask them where they found me. But yeah, I'll get messaged on my business page, sometimes on Instagram, and then, on my personal wall. But also I do recruit people that I come in, one-on-one contact with, always be opening your mouth and talking to those people everywhere you go and having product with you. But yeah, most of my business is built through social media.
Okay. Does anybody else have other questions?
I have a question. I just followed up with somebody tonight who I originally talked to back in beginning of November. Somebody had referred her to me about being a stylist, and I talked to her a little bit about it, and she said just with the holidays coming up and everything, she wanted to kind of put it on the back burner. So I said, that's fine, I'll follow up with you at the beginning of January. So I followed up with her this evening, and she kind of just, I'm not really interested at this time, but if I want to, I will contact you. How are you handling those situations? And like, I don't want to keep continuing because I feel like I'm bugging her, even if I say, do you want me to follow up with you in another couple months? Or how would you normally handle that?
Has she tried the product before?
Yes. She was a guest at her daughter-in-law's party.
Okay, good. So she has tried the product. Maybe send her something in the mail. Just say, hey, can I get your address? And maybe send you a little gift, some things that you can look at, just so that she has it in her hand and she can see it physically and be reminded of it. And then also maybe just periodically just send her a message and say, oh my gosh, I'm just sharing your success with her. Just, I thought of you today when this happened, and I really think you could benefit from it. Until she gives you a hard no, it's okay to just share little tidbits, not like, hey, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Just little things like, I thought of you today. This is what happened. I'm so excited. I just wanted to share with you. And I really think that such and such could happen to you as well. So maybe send her a little care package with some goodies in it, with maybe the comp plan or whatever you send to your potentials. And just so she has it in front of her for that constant reminder. And then just share little experiences with her, and then say, well, if you're not interested, who could you refer me to? Because that always is like, oh, well, maybe I am interested because I'm going to be giving my referrals to her, like my friends. So if they say no, just say, hey, anyone that you can refer me to would be great. And depending on the person, if you can be really frank with them, I'm always like, well, this is going to build around you really fast, so you can be the growth or you can watch the growth. So it's up to you.
I like that line.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Hi.
Hi. So my question is, do you find that there are certain types of posts that end up getting people to respond with interest in signing up with you, or do you think it's more of the conglomeration of everything you're doing?
It's got to be posts that pique the curiosity, that don't give everything away, meaning kind of like attraction marketing. So I'm not posting like my website every time. And especially if you're posting your website on your post, it's not going to be seen with Facebook. They don't want to take people to third-party sites. So always post your website in comments. You know, if you're talking about buying a nail strip, post it in the comments, not in your post. But it's really like, oh my gosh, I'm super excited about what's happening. You know, I'm like, so when I signed up with Tracy, my sponsor, it was in the pre-launch, and we had some rules that we couldn't really tell what it was, but her post really piqued my curiosity. It was very vague. I wish I still knew what it said. It was very vague, and I was like, what is she up to? I want to know. And so if it gets people to comment and say, wait, what are you talking about? Or message you, then that's a good post.
Okay.
And every time that we, and it's really good to drive people to your VIP page if you have a customer VIP page. Because if you don't have somebody in there and you're posting, oh my gosh, the Valentine styles are gorgeous. I have them displayed in my VIP group. And then people are like, oh, well, I really want to see them. So, you know, add me. So
Okay.
just piquing curiosity and not spilling out every single information about what you're trying to do.
Do you think it's out of the norm or out of like not appropriate, I guess, to like, I didn't earn the cruise because I'm not a director yet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it would be legitimate though for me to say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for my friends and list a couple of the people that I know that qualified, or my friends are going on this and I'm so excited because I know next year I'm going to be at the level that I can earn this, something along those lines?
Right. Yeah, I think that would be a great post, but do not tag those people that earned it because they're going to be going to their page and
Right. Okay.
don't tag them, but you can be like,
First names.
I wouldn't even mention their names. I would just say, holy crap, I just started with Color Street such and such time ago. They're doing their first cruise. I can't wait to build up my business and go on the next one. You know, who's with me or something like that.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
I can tell you something about Cody too that I'll go on and watch her stuff just because I know she does fun things. She'll do fun lives. Like she was at a amusement park and videoed herself on a roller coaster. That was super cute. She does like Try It Tuesdays sometimes where she'll try things. So she just piques my curiosity because I enjoy watching her because I think she's fun on the camera. So if I was looking for some, to do something, eventually I'm watching that enough and she's the person that you would be lured to if you keep watching. So doing fun things like that gets people attracted to you that way as well.
Right. It's about getting out of your comfort zone and really not caring what people think of you. I mean, you want them to know that you're positive, you're fun, you're kind, but you want to be human, you want to be relatable, and you want people to, you want to be able to be laughed at once in a while because, people want they want to connect with somebody that's, human and not just, oh, this is me doing this and this and this. You've got to be silly. You've got to just, get out of your comfort zone and, sometimes be silly and be a fool. And, those lives, whatever you're doing, those lives will really get you followers on Facebook.
Do you find you get more through Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook, just because I'm still learning about the whole thing about Instagram. Instagram is a whole new art of, I know there's people that are killing it, selling through Instagram and things like that. And I'm still trying to educate myself. I'm posting there, making connections there. But yeah, it's a tricky one, but it's a huge, huge seller. Instagram is where it's at.
I know.
So
any other questions sorry. What's that, Cody?
I was to say, at least have a presence on Instagram and then as you go along, and start following people who have a big following and, who are in direct sales. It doesn't have to be Color Street. Follow somebody, like I follow a leader in 31, and she has like thousands and thousands and thousands of followers, and I'm watching what she's doing. So duplicate leaders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the last few, we've had a couple different social media people come, and they both have said Instagram.
Yeah.
But like for me, my bigger network is in Facebook. So I'm slowly doing Instagram, but I don't get much there because I don't have that following yet.
Right. I mean, Facebook is still like number one for me in my book, as far as like making connections and things like that, and being able to see more. And the Facebook Lives, they'll get you up there with integrations and things like that. So, and get followers, and, you can lead people to your Instagram and things like that.
Who are you doing? What group are you doing your lives through? Your business page or your personal page?
I will do lives in my VIP page, but I'll do them from my personal group as well. But I use this service called liveleap.com, and it will actually connect to my business page. So when I go live, it'll automatically share it to my business page and any groups that I, are admins to. And so you don't have to it'll all just go one place. And it'll even post a notification on Twitter and LinkedIn that, hey, I'm going live, and it sends the link. It's really cool.
It's called Live Leap, LIVELEAP.
Yes.
Is that something you pay for? Is it an app?
Yeah, I think it's around $20 a month.
Okay.
But it's definitely worth it. It's a really cool tool.
So if you put one in one, then it just bounces it to all the different groups.
Yeah, you can go in there and you can set up exactly to where you want it to go.
All right. Any other questions, you guys? Everyone's so quiet. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to come on. So we have a big sponsoring. My goal is to double the size of our team this month.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
January is the biggest recruiting month out of the year for direct sales. So really take advantage of that.
Yep. People are ready to start new. They need money to pay off their bills. They just want a change for the year. So I agree. So hopefully, I said if everyone does one person, we'll double. Everybody would double their team. So we'll see. So thanks for your tips, and perhaps those tips are going to help our whole team double, right, everybody?
Well, thanks for having me, you guys.
Thanks, Cody. I'm going to wrap up with them, but thank you so much for being on, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Bye, Cody.
Bye.
Thanks. All right, you guys. Well, that was exciting. That was interesting to hear. I'm kind of happy that I hear that she gets that from Facebook, because I have not fully switched over to Instagram. So I'm glad to know that some people still can work and get leads and sponsors through Facebook as well. So, it's already 8:45. I know some of you are probably wanting to go watch football. So I had a second portion, but I think what I'm going to do is I might throw a time on in the next couple days, or I'll video this. I was going to talk about jumpstarting your business. Just because I think some people, it's January, and some people like, even though we said, watch what you're doing in December because it affects January, but people kind of checked out in December, and now all of a sudden January's here, and they're like, oh crud, I don't have anything for January. So somebody's unmuted. I'm not sure who that is. They're kind of loud. If you know you're not muted. Oh, there we go. So I will, I'm just going to look at you know what? I think I'm going to throw it on. I'll come on Wednesday. I'll just post it. I'll do whoever can get on, and I'll record it otherwise. I'll do Wednesday at let me think, 7. I'll do Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And it's going to be on jumpstarting your business. So whoever needs that jumpstart and wants to hop on, I will record that. And that way people don't have to stay on tonight and hear the rest of this. But let me go over up because I want to just kind of touch on some updates. So everybody should have the new portal now. Things went pretty smoothly. I mean, there any issues that have come up, they're kind of handling them as they come. I know there was a chunk of them that didn't pay, that didn't go out, but then the weekly rebates, but then they were able to get them out. So I think overall for a whole new system, it's been really good. I did it first from my computer and transferred money from my computer. Then I added the app the next day. So now I'll have the app if you just want to watch the money. It took about 24 hours till mine showed up. I was a little nervous. I probably should have transferred like $10 first, because then I was nervous. What if I put in the wrong banking information? So if you haven't transferred yet, maybe just in case, I had 24 hours where I thought, oh, I might have made a really bad mistake, but everything was good. So again, you can do it to PayPal. I believe you can put up to $5,000 on PayPal. And that transfers immediately. You can put it on the little debit card. Somewhere there was some fine print, and they're supposed to be looking into it. There was some fine print somewhere that Color Street was not aware of that said it cannot be used as a debit card, like for shopping and personal use. But that's the whole reason Color Street thought that's what it was for. So they were supposed to be connecting with the company to see what's going on with that. So I haven't heard otherwise. So I don't know where that fine print, somebody had posted it somewhere, came from. But as far as I know, the whole benefit really of it is now you have a little card that says Color Street. So for me, I get miles. I'm going to always use my own credit card because I like to travel and I get miles. But I will get the Color Street card and I'll put a little bit of money on it, because even if I'm not charging things, let me tell you, that card's going to be whipped out as I look for my other cards, or even if I'm pretending to use it somewhere and I'm, so even if you don't plan on keeping a lot of money on there, it's not a bad deal for a couple bucks to have it, just so in case that card happens to be around, people can see it and it's a good conversation piece. So I'm not going to use it really to buy things because I like my miles, but I am going to get it because it looks good.
Hey, Deb.
Yeah.
I just have a quick question about new stylists, because it doesn't have anything for them to sign up yet for that. It still has them put in the checking information. So I imagine that's going to stop. But for right now, the checking information is still required, and they didn't have any information as of yesterday about the pay portal. So I have physically
it's not sending them directly into the pay portal?
No, it's still checkbook.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
So if that's something we need to look up.
Yeah, I will find out. That's interesting why they wouldn't go directly into the pay portal. Okay.
Debbie?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I've been in and out of the hospital off and on, and I don't really know anything about the pay portal.
Okay. There was an email that came out. Gosh, what day did our pay portal go live? Last Thursday?
Okay.
So you should have gotten an email, and it's just going to have you log in. It just happened. It's nothing you had to do anything about. I'm
Okay.
sorry you've been in the hospital. I hope it's better. I said, I'm sorry you've been in the hospital.
Okay, thank you.
So find that email, and then you just follow it. You go and verify your information, and then it's going to move your money in. You're not going to have,
Okay.
if you hadn't been working, if you've been in the hospital, no money would need to be moved over. So
Okay, but it's something I absolutely have to do, right?
everybody has, right.
Shirley, I can walk you through it.
What's that?
Shirley's on my team. I'd be happy to walk her through it.
Oh, thanks, Carrie. Yeah, it's really not a big deal. And what it's going to do is it's going to take away all those customer service problems we had. Now our customer service doesn't have to answer them. Now it's a totally different company. It makes us set up to go international. It's pretty normal for big companies to have a site like this to handle the money outside of the company. So it's very normal. And it's a good thing. It means we're growing and we're getting bigger and bigger. So, but it was painless. I just went in, I had to put my banking in, confirm tax stuff. It was pretty easy. So
Okay.
look for the email, and if you need help, Carrie said she can help you. Thanks, Carrie.
Help, Carrie.
So if you put the app on your phone, it's just kind of fun to have the app on your phone, because then you could watch, like if you were trying to watch the money being transferred, or you could do it from your phone if you're a phone person. There's a great FAQ sheet on that. In that email, there's a link to the FAQs. Pretty much most of the questions people have can be answered right there. So that's a great list, and if you have new people wondering about it, you can refer them to that list of questions. Anything else on the pay portal? All right, then Valentine's Day nails, as you guys saw, tomorrow at 12 Central. So again, that's 1 o'clock for all you Michiganders or East. I don't think we'll have a big, huge slowdown like we have. I do think everyone's going to try to get in for this glittered, dipped one. And I don't know why I can't keep the name. What is the name again?
Confetti.
Yes, I can't keep the name. Confetti, right? That's why I can't remember it.
Yeah, cans.
But they did a survey in the Stylist Facebook group the other day to ask what people's favorites were, and they based their production on that survey. So this was one of the top ones that they know to have more of. So I really don't think we're going to have issues in out of stocks. It may slow down right at 1 o'clock, because there will be people who are excited. So maybe don't send your customers there right at 1. But I really think it's going to be a lot smoother having the bundles. So now stylists aren't all jumping on there to get as many as they can. So hopefully tomorrow will be pretty smooth at 12 Central. They've switched the Central because that is the timing with the new, not the portal. What was it last month? Something we do is Central Time, and I can't remember now what it is. And that's why they started switching us Central.
Isn't it the last day, or when the actual last day
Oh,
of
it was the
month
website.
ends?
Yes, it's the website, duh. It was the website dealt with Central Time because of that company, and so that's why things started switching to Central. Okay, so those are really, I think, the biggest updates. Does anybody have any questions before we hang up? Yeah, Linda? Oh, let me unmute you. Hang on.
Somebody that
Okay, sorry. Start over, Linda. I didn't hear the beginning.
okay, I have somebody that I think is interested in this, but she's not on Facebook at all.
Okay.
I don't know if she wants to get on. So
yeah,
can they still do it?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It makes it a little bit trickier, just that a lot of our communication is on Facebook. I try to send out emails with important things because I know she won't be the only one. And obviously, as you heard Cody, I mean, social media is a big part of our business. But you can definitely make it work you don't have to be on social media to make it work. You'll just have to make sure, you're getting her information.
Okay.
Out, because a lot of stuff is posted. And it can't hurt just to ask her, would she be willing to create a profile just simply to be able to get beautifully polished?
Right.
Just to be in there, even if she doesn't want to do anything outside of that, create anything, but just to be able to be in there is somewhat worthwhile to be able to see what's going on.
Okay.
But it's definitely doable.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, we had 10 people on the call today. Another thing I told ran by the leaders, say that I think I'm going to do, typically we have the Q&A every Monday at 7 o'clock, other than the Monday before this call. I think 2 of those Mondays I'm going to start switching to new stylists. And that way anybody could get on it, but I definitely want new stylists on there so we can really hone in on what their questions are, and I can give them some training and things a couple times a month. So, every other week, that would mean we'd hit on new people. So you can start letting people know. So I'm thinking for this month, I was looking at the 14th and the 28th. I'm thinking I'll do for new stylists, especially since I think we're going to be getting lots of them this month. So if you have somebody interested, start leading them to that Monday night call when they're new. And I think that'll help them kind of get off. And that doesn't take place at the Let's Get Started call, though. Get them on the Let's Get Started call. All right?
Okay.
Okay, you guys. I'm excited to see what we do in January, and I will hop on Wednesday for this additional training. And those of you who watch football and like the teams on tonight, I'm not into this game tonight, but I know a lot of you probably are. So good luck to whoever you're rooting for. And I will see you guys throughout this month. So have a great month, you guys.
You too, Deb.
Congrats, everybody, and thanks for an amazing 2018. And here we go to 2019.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right. Bye,
All
guys.
right. Bye.